Alright, so I'm trying to avoid the bat guys because they do some serious damage. And the harpoon guys, just a whole bunch of guys everywhere. Just guys, if you want guys, this is the place to go. What's up everybody, badassgamez, welcome back to Tomb Raider 2. Today we are in the diving area, and we got all this stuff we gotta do before we end this level and go into the wreck of Maria Doria. Alright, down below you see a bunch of water. Do not fall into it because there's a huge van that will suck you up and chop you up into little bitty pieces and then spew you out into the water. It's not a lovely time, so don't do it. Climb up through here. You just basically run, jump, and grab the ladder, climb up, and push this switch, which is going to turn that fan off, and now it's safe to go in that water. So let's jump down there. Okay, there's a couple of things that we want to do while we're down here. One of them includes going back past the fan and finding, not a secret, just some grenade ammo. We can blow some stuff up later on. Remember that we don't lose our weapons for the rest of the game now, so yeah, we want to get as much ammo as possible. Especially since we're doing all kills, no pistols. We're going to need the ammo, right? Alright, so now that we got the grenade ammo, swim back past the fan. You'll find a lever on the left-hand side as you do so that's going to open up a door that's just straight ahead, basically. Alright, so pull the thing. Door's open. Let's climb out. And we're about to fight some guys, so I'm going to go ahead and take out a weapon because the game defaults your guns to pistols, by the way, so if you don't want to use pistols, keep that in mind. I'll go out here and try to get as much damage on those bat guys as I can. I think I got a little bit, but then I'm going to stay here because, yeah, there's guys that are going to come around the corner. We got a dog, then we got a shotgun guy, and we got a normal pistol guy. Alright, you're able to dispatch these guys before they even get a shot off on you. So, I'm going to stand right there and just lay waste and then pick up all the stuff that they drop. Alright, so we got 2 pickups of Uzi clips and some shotgun shells. The shotgun shells were dropped by the shotgun guy, and the Uzi clips were dropped by the other guy. Alright, so now we gotta time our jumps here. I'm gonna go all the way to the right-hand side of this ledge and then pull myself up so that way this thing that's swinging doesn't hit me. It does take away damage, so now do a running jump over to this one. Again, go all the way to the right of this thing, so that way you can just do a standing jump over to this next platform. You could also do a running jump and save yourself maybe a little bit of time from pulling up or whatever. Don't forget that there are guys here that have bats, so get your weapons out. They're going to come running around the corner if you didn't get rid of them before. They both drop stuff. We got flares, and we also have a small med pack dropped by this guy right here. Okay, so this water over here, this water down here, is basically just a return... Oh, I guess I'll show you. Might as well. I didn't really want to fall in, but this is all just a return path, okay? There's nothing down here. There's no items. There's no enemies. It's all just a way for you to get back up so that way you can make your jumps again. Alright, so like I said, I really didn't want to fall in there, so I'll just go ahead and see you guys back over there on the other side. Alright guys, I'm back here at this spot, and now we're gonna get a secret. Now we are gonna get a secret. Okay, so the whole idea here is we need to get into that little hole right there. You're gonna want to slide backwards just in case you overshoot, because she has been known to overshoot and continue sliding down, and you won't be able to stop and pick up the stone dragon that's right here. Alright, now that we have that, let's go ahead and get out. What we want to do is we want to pull ourselves out right here, basically straight ahead, and then I'm going to hold the walk button. At the very end, I'll press the jump button and do a dive. I also accidentally tapped the triangle button to withdraw my weapons. That was pretty interesting. But diving is actually really interesting there. She will definitely land that and maybe take some damage. The stuff that was spewing up and down does a lot. Let me go ahead and light a flare because this is kind of a dark and long climb here. Alright, so in my legacy walkthrough, I ended up speeding this part up, and I had one comment a long time ago. Somebody that didn't like that fact, so I guess we're gonna sit here and watch Lara crap her pants all the way to the top here. Alright, we are finally almost at the top. Yeah, I got a lot of complaints for speeding stuff up in my Tomb Raider 1 and Tomb Raider 2 walkthrough, so I just won't do it this time around. There we go. Alright, I don't know why I lit a flare, but let's do that anyway, and then continue through this room to the very back end. We'll find some pickups. This one's kind of hard to see, but it's M16 clips, 2 pickups worth of it. Then we also have some automatic ammo. Now what we want to do is we're going to come to this side of this hole, okay? So if you're coming through the entrance, okay, this is the entrance is right there. We're going to need to know that. It's going to be on the right side, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to slide down. Now you need to do a little trick here. I'm going to go ahead and toss my flare in case that ends up being my death. Holding the action button. As soon as I get to the end, I'll let go of the action button to slide through, tap the triangle button to withdraw my weapons, and lay waste to this guy. He drops some automatic ammo. So that's the quickest way. You could also drop and grab and then pull yourself up, but the thing is while you're doing that, he's going to be firing at you. So this is clearly the quickest way to do so without taking damage. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I found the break in the fence, and then I'm going to do a running jump straight past it, and we'll slide down and claim the blue pass card. Now this blue pass card goes for a door up there on that catwalk, but we're down here now. We can't get back up there. So this is what we do. We go through here clearly. And this is going to take us back to that large, long ladder, okay? And it's going to come out at a particular spot. You may have seen this spot when they did the cutscene to show you the large ladder. But it's not a secret. This is what it was. It's just a return path. There's no other secrets coming off of this ladder or anything. So don't worry about it. Run, jump over the ladder, and make yourself climb all the way to the top. Alright, finally, at the top, once again, we gotta do the same thing over again, essentially. You don't have to be as quick because you don't have that guy firing at you anymore, so you probably don't have to do the whole let go of action and all that stuff. But do it, I guess if you do it anyway, it's quicker, you know, if you can time it just right the second time as well. Alright, so heading over here to the right, once you get here, this is where the blue pass card's gonna go. Let's throw this thing in the hole and give us access to the next area. Alright, take out some weaponry and head over here to the right. We're going to get attacked by dogs on both ends, so don't get frightened. Sometimes I jump too when I find the dog behind me. But as soon as you turn around, start firing as well. There's a total of 4 dogs, and from the left-hand side, there's also going to be a flamethrower guy. So be very careful. Use your Uzis or something that's going to kill him quickly. Otherwise he's going to set you on fire, and there's no water around here. Alright, once he's dead, what we want to do is we want to go in this room. It's kind of a big circle, this room. It's all it really is a big circle. We want to go to the very end, far end of the circle from where we entered. We'll find a door that has a thing we can turn. There's also another door like this if you continue on the way that I was going. But it doesn't, there's a shut door and you need to go in here in order to open it, basically. Alright, coming to this room, this standing right here is going to spawn this bat guy. Okay, destroy him. He doesn't drop anything because he's a cheapskate. And then jump in this water. You see the guys there in the window, but they can't attack us. I'm going to chill right here real quick because there's a harpoon guy coming around the corner. And I'm going to take off as soon as I see him. I'm trying to bait him out here so I can get enough shots on him to kill him without having to worry about it. I really don't want to spend a whole lot of time doing that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Turn, and there he is. And he's dead. Sweet. He doesn't drop anything either. Let's go in the water. There's a couple of switches that we're going to want to pull. Now this is sort of a timed thing, so make sure you have full breath before you go do this. You see the 2 doors there on the left and right, and then you have a lever back here. The lever's going to open up one of the gates. It's going to be the one on our left right now. As we turn around, it'll be on our right. And we're going to go through this. There's going to be another switch back here that's going to open the door that I was trying to mention before that we need to open in order to go the other direction back a little ways. Back in that circular room. Okay, so that door is open now. Do not go back the same way you came in the swimming area because the door's shut on you, and as you approach this door, it will open for you. And then you take a left to get out of here. And now we are finally out. Let's go over to that door we just opened and do some stuff. We're about to get a brand new weapon too. I haven't used it yet. Now that I think about it, I haven't used it for practicing or anything. I might as well, right? Alright, climbing back out. I still have my flare lit. That's pretty cool. Here is the other door that has a wheel on it. Now we can finally open this thing and go through here because the door's open. Alright, so climbing this thing, we're probably going to get attacked by some people. That's normal, okay. What we want to do in order to avoid taking too much damage is come out here real quick. We're going to, I guess, lock on the machine gun guy first. And then there's also a guy with a bat and also a guy with a gun. I'm going to ambush the guy with the gun so that way he doesn't get... I guess it doesn't matter if I take damage. This level is actually very easy to get through without using a med pack, so... Especially if you're using hard weapons other than the pistols. Alright, so all of these guys drop stuff. Make sure you pick it all up. And that helicopter flew away. I'm imagining that Marco Bartoli is in that helicopter and we just missed our chance to kill him. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm completely wrong, so I'll take that back. Now we're going to come into this room. Okay, you see some fire and some switches. You have a button and a switch. What you want to do is you want to pull the switch first, okay? The switch actually has a longer timer than the button. This first burner is going to go out, and as you come through here, this trap door is going to open. Be quick about it, okay? There's a M16 here, a brand new weapon for us, right there on the ground, with some ammo. Grab that, and that's the whole reason why I did the switch first and went into that trap door. Now I'm going to sit here and wait. Depending on how awesome you are at this, you may have to wait longer, okay? Finally, it came on. The switch goes up. That means you're ready to begin the next timed run. We got to go all the way to the back there. You might be able to see the item that we need to claim. It's like a circuit board or something. Flip this switch, push this button, okay? And then you can do a side jump and to line yourself up for the passageway. Make sure you jump the gap and then land as quickly as... You got to pretty much land on that as fast as possible because these timers are actually really short and there's no water around to put yourself out whenever you catch fire. Alright, so now that that's done, let's go put this circuit board where it belongs. Okay, I didn't show you where it goes because it's blocked by a block, and I really didn't move the block. I didn't need to move the block. But it's back in that same area where the pool was. There's a lot of back and forth in this level, by the way. We're going to be going back and forth between these two sections a lot. Okay, we haven't even finished doing that yet. Finally back in the room with the pool. Here's the box that we can move. This box is what's blocking the receptacle for this circuit board. Okay. There's also one on the other side of the pool, but we can't get to the other side right now. If we look, we have that crane that's holding the block in the air. We need to move that crane before we can get access to the other side. So, just so you know about that. Alright, let's throw this circuit board into the receptacle. It's called a machine chip, apparently. It's going to open our door here. We got a couple enemies we need to take care of. One of them is a flamethrower guy, so be extremely cautious. I'm going to try to lay waste to that bad guy for now. And then as soon as this guy comes around the corner, yeah, he didn't fire at me, so... None of the flamethrower guys drop anything. It's pretty sad. They're kind of, you know, massive enemies, but yet they have nothing for us. They're just there to waste our ammunition. Alright, so the bat guy dropped a small med pack, and there's also some harpoons over here that we need to pick up. Plus, there's a second secret. The Jade Dragon is in this vicinity. It's actually down in the water. You can see it. I'm going to get that here in a second. But in order to get it, you need to approach this panel. This panel is a hidden passageway that gives access to the button. It's going to open the gate to the Jade Dragon. Alright, let's jump down in the water now and claim this thing. Now be careful because there are a couple of harpoon guys in the water here. They haven't spawned yet. They will spawn when you go about 3 tiles deep down in this thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go 3 tiles deep and spawn them, make sure I can hear them, and I'm going to drop my flare right down there. The reason why I'm dropping my flare is because I want to get a visual of these guys as they're coming out. I basically just want to know exactly when they're coming out. And the flare helps with that. It's not like a... You're not going to not see them if you don't put the flare down there, but it'll help with being able to see them. As soon as they come through, there's one. I'm going to go ahead and pull myself out and get my weapons ready. Run along the side of this thing, turn around. I should be able to finish at least one off. Oh, I got both of them. Alright, they may or may not have hurt me. I really don't care, honestly, too much. But they're both dead, and now I can continue on the direction that they came from. Which is what we need to do. You can swim down to the bottom here, and it's pretty cool because this is the submersible that we're about to get into. Actually, we're not going to get into it. We're going to... Lara's a hardcore person. Let me just put it that way. She knows how to swim alongside submarines. It's nuts. Alright, I just want to show that to you. There's nothing else down there. It's just kind of an interesting thing. So yeah. There's a couple of bad guys running around this room that I'm in right now, but they can't access me because I'm sort of isolated. Here's a switch that's going to open the door for those two guys that were stuck in that room. Now they can get out. We got to go back that way, so keep that in mind. And take out my Uzis. There's another harpoon guy that spawned after I pushed that lever. I also want to get rid of those bad guys. The Batmen. Alright, don't have to worry about those guys either. We're good to go. We'll be in this room a little later as well. Alright, that's part of the exit, actually. Alright, now that we have that switch pulled, we basically... Only thing we came in here was to pull that switch. It sucks for those guys that were stuck in that room because in order to get out, they needed a guy to dive in the water and swim all the way over there just to push the button to let them out. Poor guys. Okay, so they're probably going to come over here now. We're actually... Yeah, they can access me now, so... Be very cautious and just destroy people. Let's ambush this gun guy. Here he comes. Here he comes. And there he goes. Alright, so these guys also drop stuff, as usual. We got Uzi clips in the small med pack. And now let's go into that room where they came from. Very useful, this room. Going to move that platform into the middle of the water, or over the middle of the water, so we can make our jump over to that other area. So yeah. Didn't show it moving, but it moves. Be very cautious because there is a saw. There's a saw trying to cut up a red key card. You cannot grab that yet, otherwise you will also get cut up and die. So refrain from going over there just now and come down between these boxes to find a button. This button's gonna raise the helipad up, and now you can guess that we gotta go back to that other area once again. So that's what we're doing. This also spawned a shotgun guy in the hallway, in that circular hallway. However, he's kind of programmed not to come down into this room, and so there's a couple of advantages you can take because of this. He's going to come into this hallway. So one of these days he's going to come in this hallway. There he is. But he's not going to come all the way down here. Instead, what he's going to do is he's going to turn around, and as soon as he turns around, I'm going to take my opportunity to kill him without getting shot. So yeah, he's prevented from coming down there, and that's pretty much what's gonna be the end of him really quickly. Even if you had pistols, I'd imagine that'd be very simple to kill that guy. He drops shotgun shells, and then continue over here to this side. And now we're gonna be ambushed by all kinds of stuff. Okay, so be prepared. We have a dog, I believe we have two dogs and a gunman. Depending on where they were positioned prior to me pushing the button that raises the helipad, will determine how many enemies are going to come out around this corner. Okay? The reason why I say that is because if they were standing on the helipad when we raised it, you know, during their normal patrol or whatever, then they get placed underneath it and they're unable to come and fight you. And that's probably what happened to one of the dogs. Exactly what happened to one of the dogs. That dog was positioned somewhere on that helipad when it was raised, and he was forced to be placed down below. So keep that in mind. Total of 3 enemies when you come up here after raising the helipad. 2 dogs. They all like to jump out and scare you. I'm basically just trying to teach you how to prevent yourself from getting afraid. Okay, so here's an interesting thing. We fall down in here, we gotta fight 2 enemies. One of them has a stick, one of them has a flamethrower. I'm walking closer to this guy with the stick, so that way the guy with the flamethrower has to go a little bit further. Where is he? There he is. Okay, so as soon as he comes around this corner, lay waste to him. And he's down. This guy with the bat drops another microchip thing. Alright? And we want to go out the door, basically in the direction that the bat guy was coming from. Okay, this is going to take us back to the room with the pool, and the room with the saw and the red pass card. So that way we can get the red pass card, basically. This chip is going to turn off that saw, and we can grab the card and then continue on through the level. Just do all that stuff I just said. Place the chip. Stop the saw. Grab the key. Have a wonderful day. Uh-oh. Looks like there's some positioning thing you need to do. Alright, now we have the red pass card. Now, the red pass card, we haven't seen the receptacle for it. We did pass it, I just didn't show it to you. And it's all it is just straight back. As soon as you leave this room, continue straight, and you'll see it there on the right side of this door. So go ahead and throw your red pass card into the slot. And then go ahead and pull out your Uzis, because, yeah, there's going to be some enemies down in here. And he's down. That's the only one that you really need to worry about. Alright, now we're nearing the end of this level. We're going to get basically some audio commentary from some of the enemies and somebody else. Here soon. Before that happens, we're going to pick up some stuff. This guy's got a small med pack. The other guy over here has a large med pack. If you remember, I killed these guys while I was standing on the platform that's over there. Okay, you can't access any of these other areas from over there unless maybe you glitch or something. So, alright, so we have a small med pack, a large med pack, and some harpoon ammo in this room before you need to leave it. And that's all the pickups that are in here. Do not fall in the water, otherwise you gotta go all the way back around. And now we're going to finally get that audio commentary stuff. Now, there's a couple of doors and stuff that you will see as you make your way to the end of this level. However, none of them open, and none of the passageways you can get to anyway. So don't worry about them.
Blood or answers. I have no preference. You should spill a bit of them both.
Okay, Marco. Glad to have your heart. What do you want? Come on, stick to your stomach. Tell me, where in monastery should we look? Brother?
Alright, so yeah, they're trying to get some information about where in a monastery they should look for something. Alright, lay waste to those guys that were beating up somebody. And go down there. I don't believe they drop anything. I'm pretty sure they're dry. So, yes. Whatever you do, if you're going for secrets, do not approach that man laying there on the ground. That is the end of the level. What you want to do is you want to go through this door right here and find the gold dragon, which is the final secret of this level. Gives you a bunch of Uzi clips, and I'm actually under what I started with, so that's interesting. Alright, now approach this guy to end the level.
Oh, you are not one of them.
But you are a monk.
Brother Chen Bakeng. You have come for me. I saw bright lights around me.
That was gunfire. I think it was them who got taken away by it.
But you are my guide, my path beater to a next incarnation. I have done my time here, haven't I?
What are you doing here, in Marco Bartoli?
Nothing. I led righteous life, here for reasons rooted only in necessary evil, as my father was before me when he bombed Gianni's vessel deep into these waters. Now I'm here, was here, to prevent his son from salvaging the Seraph.
The Seraph?
You not know my life's work well. You sure you're not here for them?
Their Jackanory days are well over.
They want the Seraph to unlock a malignant treasure we contain in our monastery in Tibet. Since being stolen by imbecile vagabonds centuries ago, we've been without key to it, relying solely on cleansing of our prayers to keep it subdued. Then the occultist Gianni B acquired it. Trouble we knew. He breathed life back into ancient belief. One not to be stopped by any amount of head bowing. And now again, it is here. Marco, infected with madness. He has violent mind, but not yet the power to satiate it. So, we reached for our weapons once more.
The true detox of evil.
Where can you be taking me? Thought this was my big break. Guess change is as good as rest. Oh, I need one.
you guys have it. That is the diving area. Found all the secrets, didn't use a health pack, about 34 kills, and I'll see you guys in the wreck of Marina Doria on Badass Games. Take it easy.